With that name, he's DuckRubber, and I think, and let's look. I can't wait to look at this, but I think Rick Copperthorne, I almost have him talked into going back to the SwiperSniper. So if he's playing as SwiperSniper, I'm going to be a very happy individual. As you see the players behind, there's Sam Hines right behind Chris's shoulder, and there is the good doctor, the dentist from Las Vegas, Rick Copperthorne, formerly SwiperSniper, Disparity, Golfer 5840. You name it, he's been that name. Hopefully he's going back to his roots.
Bronze medalist at the 2020 or 2021 Golden T-Mobile World Championship.
Yeah, had a hell of a performance last July.
Went on a great run to get a third-place finish, and comes here today to make his second ever Golden T-Mobile World Championship
And
appearance.
I am pretty positive that he is going to try for closest to the pin tonight, which got him into the Arcade Worlds
in 2019.
2019, that's right.
Yeah, played in the World Championship that year as well.
And he used to play with the St. Louis guys back when there was a big crew of St. Louis guys. There probably still is, but back when Luna was in St. Louis for a while, Gervais was in St. Louis, Evan had a big group of folks.
St. Louis in general is a pretty big hotbed for Golden Tee here in America.
That's right. So Rick used to play with those boys. There he is, looking dapper today here at the Westgate here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Just looking sharp. Earphones appear to be the choice, although Sam Hines looks to be going without.
He does. Sam's a low-key dude, man. He's pretty chill. I mean, you almost think of the DuckRubber as borderline hippie. Very chill, and we've talked about his game. We've talked about it on your podcast several times. He is a pioneer in this sport. And I know it's still in its infancy, right?
Yeah, very early.
But to come up with these one-iron stinger-style sniper shots with that sniper golf ball that lands, detonates, if you will, and stops almost on a dime, unless you're on a downhill slope, it will slide a bit, which he plans for. He's got these distances figured out, and I am super curious, how is he going to play on a big stage, and he is literally on the big stage right now. Can you still perform these very technical shots that require precise distance control? So we'll see. We'll see. I'm very curious about this.
Speaking to him last night, he's starting to kind of change a little bit of his philosophy, learn how to play maybe some more traditional cut shots in Golden Tee, but I think today it's all about aggression for him. I think he's going to be super aggressive in this match, just judging by talking to him last night. A lot of snipers coming in. We'll see how he plays. And, of course, the SwiperSniper is the name is back. You see it?
Well, it's on the screen. I love it. I love it. That's one of the greatest names in the history of mobile. It's SwiperSniper. He was one of the first guys we saw, and we are going to Agave, baby.
Agave. Get ready to attack. A little bit of love here to before they start the match. And it says there at the end, by the way, SwiperSniper 2.
Ooh, okay. I can go with that as long as we got the SwiperSniper back. You know, one thing about this community and its early development here, it reminds me a lot of the arcade. Chris, I know you're the exact same way with me. The best friends I have in this world are all Golden Tee guys.
Basically.
They are. I've got, I got several friends that aren't, but majority of my friends I have made from the arcade game and now the mobile game. And it's just, I was talking about this morning with some guys. It's the common bond that I don't know what goes through our brains to be able to play this mobile game and arcade game. There's just some similarities in the kind of person that it attracts. And I just
very like-minded people.
Yeah, it's just cool. It's a really close community, just like arcade is. That's why you saw that hug before the match. It's just good sportsmanship, good friends, and trying to win 10 grand. So let's see what happens here on Agave. Not my favorite course, to be honest, but we'll see what happens here.
This is an important match, I think, for Sam right now. Sam 3 months ago might have been the favorite to win this tournament. And since then, he's kind of taken maybe a little bit of time back from the game. But as I said before, I think this match is about aggression for him, especially with this course. Let's see how aggressive he can be. Do his math right. And if he can get some stinger shots going in, it could get a little dicey for Mr. Copperthorne.
Now, what was Rick Copperthorne doing there? Did you see that?
I did not. I thought he might have been taking a swig of his drink there, but
he pulled his phone out, looked at it, and put it back down.
And just a little left of the hole.
Oh, Sam about drained that. All right, here is Rick's first look.
And Rick.
The Duck will birdie the first hole. SwiperSniper 2. Rick Copperthorne, Las Vegas resident. Played in the 2021 World Championship. Finished third, as Chris told you. Here's another opportunity here, Chris, on hole 2. DuckRubber is going to get this down into this fairway as far as he can. He will have another stinger opportunity. I don't know if he's going to go with the jab or the sniper ball. We'll see in a minute. But with the hole being the very back of the green, he might elect to use a javelin. We'll see.
As everybody can tell, Copperthorne just a little bit more methodical.
And he was last year. I mean, it's just his MO. I mean, he plays slow. But, you know, Lance Harris played slow as well and shot great. So let's see what Rick does.
Only stayed a couple holes behind. At this point, we'll see how.
Yeah. Rick will throw a sniper up. That's great shot points. Not necessarily do they matter in this tournament, but does show how you're playing at the time, how you're attacking the hole. DuckRubber is going with the javelin. I thought he might with that pin being in the very back. He's got room to let this run. See if he can get his first hole out of the 2022 World Championship here in Las Vegas.
Interesting posture from Rick Copperthorne right there, basically holding his, using his left leg to rest his right arm, his left arm with the tablet, while the tablet is also resting on his right knee.
Here's DuckRubber. Can you hit it straight? That looks like it's
just
left.
A little off.
That's left. That's great shot points. So Duck hit that just a little left. And he will tap that one in no problem. SwiperSniper still sizing this one up. Already got some cabinet players in here playing the machines. They're set on free play. They are warming up for tonight and this weekend.
Now 10 spots available for the closest to the pin last chance qualifier tonight.
If you have a private jet, get on it. Get here.
If you're within a 10-hour drive, I think you should be here.
You might as well, right?
Yeah.
You got a hell of a chance to make the tournament. And Chris Longino, just a rock star in this room. People giving him high fives, slapping his back.
There's been a lot of really nice people to me here this weekend. You guys have been great. Very flattered.
Oh, here's the shot.
Ooh.
Just past the hole for DuckRubber. Almost holes out. Really nice effort with the javelin.
So I take it when Rick is taking his time with this, he's doing the math in his mind. Where does he need to be?
I think so too. I mean, if you're going to take 3-4 minutes, you're trying to dial this in perfectly. Every shot is so critical. DuckRubber already on the fourth hole.
Now, those would be standard stinger shots these guys would probably make at home, right? I mean, those are...
Agave 2 is kind of weird. I don't know what others do, but if it's a right 1 green, I played it like a right 2. So you almost got to give yourself another click if you're going to play clicks when you go left to counteract that break. And it's just, with the wind, with that green, it's a little bit different. If that was like a desert valley green that's nice and flat, I think one or both of those players have a chance to make it. But one of the big things here in this tournament, I mean, it's just the pressure. Then we'll talk about it and we'll see it all weekend long. Who handles it? So far, I mean, both these players are playing fine.
Making what they need to make.
I'd like to see how Rick does here. This is a really nice look that he has. Of course, Duck just went to the right of it, Sam Hines, Denver, Colorado's own. I don't think he's really in Denver. I think he's outside of Denver.
Seems like a Colorado guy.
He is definitely a Colorado guy. And he just gets that on the green. And here's the first gut check. This is the first gut check. I'm not sure if he can Ranger putt that. Most likely it's a chip.
A little bit of a lip right there in front of him.
Chris, this is a big shot. This is a big shot for Sam Hines. Are your nerves in check? Because this is the test. This is the test because you have to hit this straight. Great shot points from Rick. Huge chip for DuckRubber. Watching him take his time. He knows this is a big one. Make sure his pullback's perfect.
Make sure his math is right as well. And drills it home.
Bingo! Good shot from Mr. Sam Hines. That's a big one. That is a big one. Sam has proven to himself that he has his nerves under control. I'm telling you, that's a tough chip. It is a tough chip under these conditions. You make that at home 19 times out of 20. I don't know why I pulled that number out. Here on a stage, people watching you, cameras everywhere, noise, $10,000 on the line. That is a big freaking chip that he just made as we continue here on Agave.
And a wonderful shot right into there to 5. Leaves him about 14 or about 12 feet for his eagle.
Now, Rick has elected to go to what I call the Mike Smith collection area. Mike hits his drive here every single time. I always go to the right. I feel like it's a better look. Rick likes this look. But this is not a pretty shot that he has in front of him right now. He'll be able to clear that, no issue. But this plays a little long. This is not an easy shot Rick's going to have here. Not a whole lot of green to play with. Maybe you've got that fringe. You've got that collection area down below. That's a dead spot. So big shot for Rick coming up. I see why he's taking his time here. You almost want to play for that big fat part of the green. Get on there. Just make your frickin' putt. If you got a 40-footer, you got a 40-footer, you got to make that. It's a whole lot better than trying to snug this up close, I think.
Do not want the same chip Sam Hines had.
You didn't, and that's what you're looking at. That is exactly what you're looking at by trying to be cute here. And I'm not saying Rick's going to be cute here, but if you try to finesse this in, you're asking for trouble. Good shot from Sam. Good shot from Sam. Playing very well.
Dials
22,000 points. Ooh. Seems calm, doesn't he?
Yeah. Now here's Rick going in with an excellent shot.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. That is world championship level play. Very nice. Sam taking a look at the screen. Rick says, well, I think I will too. Of course, last year, Rick looked at the screen quite a bit. It was there to look at, and he did. Both players looking right now. As I see Niall Campbell walking across the stage. The great Kevin Lindsay here with us. We continue on. So this is an interesting look. Should have no issue getting this thing over the mountain, and that is what Rick is going to do with the Maniacs. Just want to get it onto the front of this green, and that Maniacs will carry all the way down that downhill green. Just trying to line it up just right. Very methodical. And again, he played like this last year. Was the slowest player last year. And it's funny because he and I joke about that a lot because I brought it up a lot last year. He just takes his time, and that's the way he plays. He plays like that, and it got him a third-place finish in the World Championship. Here is DuckRubber with the Maniacs. Nice. Nicely done.
We get a little bit more established. I want to experiment with a speed tournament. Say like 20 seconds between shots.
It'll be fun. Here we go.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just looking at Rick's just trying to get this lined up just right. He's going to land this on the green. Here it comes down.
Very, very similar to Sam's shot.
Yep. And that's honestly, on this front nine, that's typically only the really hard hole. And that was a pretty easy setup. So both players did well on that one. Now Sam has a drivable par 4 in front of him right now. I've got my good friend Chris Hampstead working in the room. There are matches going on right now that I'm going to try to update you on. So here's what we have. Tilt Nasty escapes Travis Bond, the last chance qualifier, wins by 1 stroke. Nodos, he beat Shankopotamus by 1 stroke, we think. Blav upsets Mark Duchesne by 1 stroke. And Jordan Scott has advanced to round 2 of the winner's side. He beats Ben Gardet, Nebraska ball.
Popular man in this room today.
Jordan Scott has been playing like just a maniac the last couple of months, the last 3 months. The precocious teenager from northern Kentucky has been playing some sensational Golden T-Mobile. I watched him play yesterday, and needless to say, extremely impressed with the amount of shots that kid can hit. So, thank you, Chris Hampstead. Please keep providing us updates, matches going on right now in this pavilion, in this hall. We do have the featured match in front of us, and it's a good one right now. We're watching Sam Hines, DuckRubber, and SwiperSniper. They're still tied, aren't they, Gino?
Yeah.
And that's the one thing about agave. That is the one thing with players of this caliber. It's hard. I'm not saying it's hard to make a mistake, especially under these conditions. But this is not typically a course that a good player, if it's not set up hard, they're not going to make a lot of mistakes. There's a very good chance this thing could go extras. We'll see.
Just going a little bit faster, but he is still making some very quality shots right now.
Next match we will have on the winner's side that we will need to watch will be Jordan Scott and Lance Harris. Now that will be in the second round, Jordan and Lance. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you that one here.
Those are 2 big-time players right there.
Man, that's going to be a hell of a match. That will be a hell of a match. And both have a lot of draw. I mean, there's people that are watching this stream to watch those 2 guys play. And to have to go head-to-head so early in a tournament, it's just part of the 16-man field. If you want to win a championship in a 16-man field, you're going to play great players, and you're going to play them early and often. A nice shot from SwiperSniper. So we are still tied.
So par on the front is 13, Chad?
Oh, here's our first mistake.
That was
Duck has miscalculated. This is a big-time chip for Sam Hines. Par is 14 on the front, 15 on the back here on Agave.
So it appears he would have hit a par round on the front 9.
Is he flopping this? Flop wedge jav. Just want to get it right past that fringe. Let it hop in. And
just past it.
It took a bad hop. The line was excellent. That is the first drop shot. That is the danger of the 1-iron stinger. If it hits that green and you're not calculated correctly, that thing will sail. Just got confirmation from Andy Coleman. Poppin' Wheelies, Jordan Scott, and Lance Harris Bantaments will be our next featured match up on the stage. And my God, will that be a good one. But right now, we have an excellent match here on Agave. And I'm surprised, but Sam has made a mistake on 10, opening the door a bit for SwiperSniper.
A little aggressive with that stinger. To the left as well. Wasn't really on line. I would call that, a 2 out of 10 compared to where he would need. What he's capable of doing.
Oh, absolutely. But the important thing on Agave for Sam here, DuckRubber down 1 most likely, is that you just keep your head down, and you can't let that hole carry into the next several. You can't be down about it. You just got to figure out a way to get that stroke back.
Neither have looked up here in about 3 or 4 holes, so they're in tune to their match. I think they kind of know where they're at. I don't know if Rick knows that he is up one.
Rick will know shortly because he looks at that screen quite a bit. Got another update. Larry Foster, Mr. Golden Tee, and Chubby Cox, Matthew Hansen from Salt Lake City. They are tied after 9 holes as they continue their first round match. Thank you again to Chris Hampstead for the updates.
He's going to be in line for some free drinks.
He needs them. Yeah, he needs them.
We'll send our people to help him.
All right, Agave, we continue. SwiperSniper, DuckRubber. If you're down joining us, this is the 2022 Golden Tee Mobile World Championship. We are in round 1 featuring one player that's been here before, and we have a newcomer, which is Sam Hines. Rick finished 3rd last year. Here's Duck.
Shots away, and
that's a good ball. Oh, nice shot.
More
from
great shot
Swiper.
points. He's been around the hole this match.
25,000 GSP.
Nothing really testing him so far. How he takes a look up. Knows he's a par round.
Par 3 for DuckRubber. This will be a stinger. Now, the one thing that he is probably thinking, can I trust my math right now? Because I am sure on that 10th hole when he had his mistake, it's probably made him a little jittery about calculations, and you can't leave this short. I mean, you see what the problem is. It's just water.
If this is going to be a stinger, that's an aggressive shot, Chad.
He's the most aggressive player in Golden Tee Mobile. I'm not saying he's going to do it. You're going to find. Is he doing it?
The sniper's out.
The sniper's out. What club is he picking?
Right now he's got 3 iron.
Oh, he's just going to hit that full. Let's see.
Now notice Copperthorne sticking with a 7 wood, not playing any kind of stinger shot.
Oh, no. He's going to float his in. Yeah, he'll float that in. There's a chance to get Rick could make this with what he has. I love watching Sam hit these shots. He's thinking about it. Doing a little math right now. It's a math game. No shame in it. There's feel involved, but there's a lot of math, a lot of precision. Rick has a chance to hold this out. This is a good look. DuckRubber down 1. He needs one.
That means you're saying Sam complicated that hole a little bit then.
Sam is saying, you know what? I need to relax.
Yeah. He's got a little time. He's up a couple holes.
Can someone bring that man another beer? Can someone bring that man another beer?
Just trying to get himself into a good place. He knows he has some time.
So Rick birdies 10 and officially takes a 1-stroke lead over Sam Hines. Rick Copperthorne, SwiperSniper 2, is now looking at the drivable par 4. Will put his tee into the far right-hand corner. I lied. It looks like he's going to plant that in the far right back, which I've never done that. He's looking at math. Here's a huge shot for Duck. This is a huge shot,
and
this is very well could be this could be the match.
Shots away at 100%, and plays that wonderfully.
Yeah, he played that very safe. Nice shot. Now I do know him. And I'm sure he wanted to hit the 1. Playing it right in front of that pin and let it float in.
That was the smart play, though, Chad.
Oh, that was a good play.
His match is over if he's wet.
And you wonder if that break in the action when he stopped, settled himself, took a drink, if he was saying, you know what, discretion is the better part of valor at sometimes, and I am going to live to fight another day. I don't want to make a big mistake here, and let's go on with this match. So still down 1, although he is ahead on holes played, but through 10, Rick is up 1 stroke. We do know that. Some maniacs.
Plays a lot of snipers. DuckRubber does.
Well, I guess he's not going to use. I'm trying to look right now at what Copperthorne's going to hit here. Just worrying about a tee shot. Good sniper from Sam.
The rare naked ball.
Hey, somebody tell Rick that IT is paying for these balls. These are not coming out of his player account.
He can use as many as he wants.
Free balls, man.
You don't need one. Just hit a javelin just for it.
Yeah, I mean, use it. All right, DuckRubber does have the Maniacs out. Of course, the Maniacs ball gets up very quickly, more carry distance, but it lands softly. So up and over for DuckRubber. And he elects to avoid the fairway on the right. Will go over this mountain. This is a play a lot of players use. They will play over this hill. And you've got to add a little bit of distance because you're in the rough. He will float this, let it land, and run to the pin. It's a great look. This is a great look, a real legitimate chance for Sam to get his stroke back. This is the first hole-out opportunity he's had in a while. Very curious to see how he performs here. It's hard to get strokes back on agave. When you have an opportunity, you have to take advantage of it. And he resets. He will be floating in a javelin.
He knows he's down one. I'm pretty sure Rick knows.
I think when you make a mistake on agave, you assume you're down one. Rick is off with a nice shot. No
Beautiful.
points, but that's pretty. Here is DuckRubber. Needs to get a stroke back. His shot is away. The line looks good. Does it come back enough?
Woo.
Oh, he just misses. Sam Hines, an opportunity to get a stroke back. Hits a great shot, but he will still trail by one. Really nice effort from DuckRubber.
This is going to be a really important shot for Rick Copperthorne right now. That hole being tucked all the way to the left. He cannot mess this up. Being safe here would be very important.
Is he doing math on the phone?
What
are we doing here?
I don't know what's going on with the cell phone there.
I need to know if we are allowed to use calculators. That is one thing on the rules I have not been told one way or the other. I don't know if he is or he isn't. I can't see what he's doing. But if we are, I would think Sam would have liked to have been able to use a calculator on the 10th hole.
I'm just going to hope that he's on call. And
someone's got a dental issue?
Yeah, somebody's got a dental issue he's dealing with right now.
He might have texted back, hey, floss before bed. Call me tomorrow. All right. We need to find out, though. That's a very interesting play.
Oh,
look,
that is getting aggressive and just
boy.
a little.
That's a big mistake.
Chad, that was just heartbreaking.
Wow. Sam needs to collect himself here. He's got to make this chip. Got to make the chip. And if Rick saw the reaction, he knows that DuckRubber either almost holed out or made a big mistake. Let's see the chip from the rock. You got to hit this a little harder than you think, or it goes short.
Full blown.
Oh,
all
he
the way
just
to
misses.
the right. Very safe, as he should have been. Good shot.
And right now, Rick Copperthorne is on a highway to victory. He has essentially a one-stroke lead right now, but when he gets to the hole that DuckRubber just parred in Eagles, he will be up by 3, a commanding lead on a course that typically does not yield strokes. I say that, but Sam has made a couple mistakes here on this back nine. See both players. And to me, it's just the body language looks a little different right now for Sam.
Yeah, just a little bit more slouched down than he was a little bit earlier.
A little bit of a slump, yeah. And Rick almost looks rejuvenated, tapping his right foot. Most likely a 3-stroke lead.
I think there's just some really good Taylor Swift he's listening to right now. That's what's.
Is he a Swiftie?
He might be. He's into some Tay-Tay.
I mean, everybody likes Taylor a little bit. Maybe. Brian Lavoie, San Diego's finest, walking by the stage, the announcer's platform. First round defeat of Mark Duchesne. He qualified very poorly last night.
We said that. That's an upset, right, Chad?
I mean, it's a little bit of an upset. That's Lavoie, when he's playing well, Chris, is like he is right up there with Lance Harris, Tony Johnson, and those cats, and Mark. So that was a titanic first-round match. Honestly, that's the match we maybe should have put up first. I think there's been a big-time interest in watching Lance Harris play. He was on the screen first. But Blav versus Mark was a monster. And for Blav to get that win, that's a big one. It's a big one. Now, Mark is good enough to run through that loser's bracket. So he could be back.
I think must make right now for Sam. Right now. He has no other option right now to be very aggressive and to get this into the hole.
Is the pin in the back or is it in the front? I can't tell.
It looks to be a little left.
It's left, but if that's...
I think it's a little more into the back.
Well, then he can let this land on the front of the green and roll down this hill.
I think he has a javelin out for that reason right there.
I think this is like a down 8 or a down 9 green, so it will get there if he lands on the front. Javelin up and away. Is he on? He is. Now it runs down.
Right into
the hole. Double eagle Sam Hines giving himself a chance here in this match. Longino called it.
Had to make it.
A must make. Holes out. Double eagle 18. That puts him down 2 if you consider GT par.
And he's going to look up and know exactly where he's at.
What a shot from Sam. What a shot from Sam, and now Rick still has the tough holes to play that Sam made a mistake on, so this match is not over. Rick's still up on the platform. DuckRubber has walked a little bit, gave a hug to his girlfriend who is here in the audience.
He knew he had to have that. You could tell.
What a shot. Sam Hines, big time. So, Coppathorne still clean.
About 4 holes behind. Playing a little bit of a different route than DuckRubber did. As we get an update on some of our matches in the room.
All right, so here are some updates as Rick Coppathorne contemplates his shot. Chubby Cox has advanced in round 1 play. Defeats Larry Foster, Mr. Golden Tee, by 2 strokes. Niall Campbell and Matthew Calderon. They are tied after 5 holes in their match. Thank you, Chris, for the updates.
And just a great shot.
Rick continues to play solid Golden Tee, and now he will move to the hole Sam dropped 2 strokes.
And Sam can just watch now.
This is literally where the match is going to be decided. This is the play. This is the hole.
And I think if Rick knows where he's at in this match, he knows how to play this hole. This would have to be a very, very safe shot.
I agree. I mean, the only thing Rick can do here, in his brain, it has to be worst case scenario, I only birdie this hole. If I par this hole, I've made a colossal mistake. You would almost want to consider throwing this javelin to the right side of this green. It slopes to the left. It's downhill. It's going to go that way. When I say downhill, you want to land it past the hole, let it come back because it's an uphill green, but it will roll back, and you could have a manageable putt. Too far away, and your putt is absolutely gross. And then you're looking at a bogey if you putt into the water.
Especially if you hit it too far safe to the right.
I mean, I think it's safe to say this is the match. This is the match. Sam got very aggressive, landed it just past the pin, bounced hard left, started its descent down that hill, goes in fringe, hops into the water. SwiperSniper looking at every conceivable option here, exploring the tee box. I don't blame him for taking his time here because I think he knows this is the match.
It's a big win, too, for a javelin.
Yeah, it's still 4 miles an hour, even with the javelin.
Yeah.
I would even, I'm not saying I would do this, I wondered if he's even looking at the idea of playing a ton of wind and using the sniper, just planting it just past the hole with a long downhill putt where you don't even put water into play. It's something to look at. I mean, I think I would hit javelin as well here. Just land it to the right, let it hop left, and come down that hill. That's the play. Can he pull it off? You're also talking about the human element of swiping properly. He has proven he can do that. Last year's third-place finisher has decided on a javelin. It is
Very
up
safe.
and away, far right side of the green. It will come down, and that was well done by Rick Copperthorne. He will make this putt, and he maintains a 2-stroke lead, essentially, to Golden Tee par, to Sam Hines. And when I say Golden Tee par, if you're new to this game, it's if you shoot all birdies and eagles on the holes that are available to you to make birdies and eagles, it sets up for a 29 under par on Agave. Sam finished 27 under par. Rick is on pace for 29 under par on Agave Ranch.
Twilight at Agave Ranch.
That was fun. Walter Flores, Paco, kind of a highlight that a lot of people have seen. That shot he hit off the back of the waterfall, hops on the green, off the retaining wall, back in the hole. He made that sucker. This is the course. Walter tried that shot like every night for like a month. Just before he would go to bed, he would be laying in his bed. He would try. And he's pointing at me. He can hear me. He would try that shot a few times every night before he'd go to bed, and he finally made it. And honestly, it's one of the most iconic moments in Golden Tee Mobile, that shot.
For sure.
Continuing on.
Chad, how forgiving is the wall to the right of this, or I guess the rock right to the right of this green?
So the front rock is horrendous. Like if you hit that, oh boy.
Oh, that was great shot points.
Oh my God. Now if you hit it to the right, it's nice. If you hit it over the rock like he did, it will kick it forward. If you hit on top of that rock, there's some flat spots. For whatever reason, it will go backwards into the water, and it has happened to me.
Goodness.
But he got it up and over, landed on the rock. He's fine. Pointed. Rick's working on like 100,000 great shot points this match. And he would have to make a tremendous mistake not to advance here. 2-stroke lead going into the 18th hole. Of course, this is where Sam holed out for double eagle. Most likely will have to go through the loser's bracket. Hopefully for Sam, that calmed him down. He sees he can make some hole outs like he does. Rick will now have a victory lap here. He just needs to land it onto the green.
Take a look to see where he needs to be.
See if we have any more updates from the great Sofa King, Sammy Sofa. We do not. Chris Hampstead has been providing us with updates throughout this match, has made this broadcast much better that way, as players are still playing throughout the pavilion here at the Westgate, where the 2022 Golden Tee Mobile World Championship weekend takes place. Mobile yesterday and today. We will crown a champion tonight. Chris Longino and I will be here until the finish. And then tomorrow and Sunday, it's when Arcade goes crazy. The cabinet version.
A lot of great things we get to celebrate. We come back here for the first time since 2016's World Championship. And just an excellent shot to close this match out.
Oh, my God.
A lot of close shots. He's in it to win it today, isn't he?
Let's look at his points. I bet he has 125, 130,000 great shot points. Maybe more. I mean, he played very well. Rick Copperthorne, SwiperSniper 2. Handshake to seal this deal.
Smooth par round.
I think up next, we might be going to break.